Hi. I got a quick message from Spirit that I want to drop on you guys. As inspired by So today I did a Reiki healing session and I meditated for an hour, you guys. I have not meditated in an hour in a very long time. But for me, I'm one of those people that I work really good under pressure, whether it's the pressure of like feeling disconnected, the pressure of being abandoned, the pressure of being neglected, the pressure of, just trying to figure shit out. It really don't matter. Like I work really well under pressure. Some people cave under pressure. I get laser focused. Okay. So I went into my meditation, came out. Here's what I got. One of the things that I got, y'all be knowing that these people are no damn good for you when you engage with them. You be knowing that these people are at certain frequencies and certain vibrations, and it's like you be traumatizing yourself. You feel what I'm saying? You allow these people, and we got the lapis on, as you can see, we're still in blue light therapy. I've been in blue light therapy this week. I think last week too, but yeah, every week I'm doing a different color for the chakra to help align, and I'm doing my own work. Y'all just get to see me do my work in real time, a little bit of it anyway, not all of it. But we speaking. Y'all be inviting these peoples in so they can do what? Prove you right. Because here's the thing. Your spirit be already knowing that these motherfuckers are the motherfuckers that you know them to be. And instead of you moving with that energy, you move with the energy of, I'm going to have them prove me right first. Which, one, is crazy when you think about it, right? Because you already know that this individual, this entity, this experience is going to get the experience that you know, especially if you're a psychic medium. And I'm just talking in general, but for me, talking personally, if you resonate with that frequency and you are too psychic, you have gifts of knowing whatever that is for you, then you already be knowing that shit's going to pan out the way it pans out. And instead of you just moving in accordance with that, your ass be caught up like, I got to see for myself type shit. Here's the thing. Anybody who benefited from you in the past benefited from a lower vibration and energy that you had when you didn't have boundaries, when you weren't standing on business, when you weren't prosperous in your own energy. You feel what I'm saying? And anybody that you have to, moving forward, set new boundaries with that becomes offended about them, they definitely were never there to begin with. And y'all got to be real mindful of this shit. And this is how, one, y'all need to register for my Sex Magic Portal, ladies, because we're going to talk about this. I'm a woman talking as a woman. This is how we traumatize ourselves, and then we go out into the world believing that our relationships ain't shit. Relationships with women ain't shit. We get to feel in these types of ways and these types of things about each other because we do this to ourselves. If only we learn to trust our intuition and our intuitive hits and our intuitive gifts and the knowing that we have. People take advantage of you, and you knew they were going to take advantage of you. People take from you in some sort of way, and you knew that they were just going to take from you. Right? And then when these experiences happen, they keep you in, you realize that you kept them there because it kept you safe and it kept you in your comfort zone, which is, I already know these motherfuckers are going to do this, so I might as well just stick around for them to do it. I already know that this is how men behave, so I'm just going to stick around and let this nigga show me, whatever. Gonna let him show me what he's on. I already know how this bitch gets down, so I'm just going to stick around and let her show me that this is how she gets down. Spirit is like, y'all need to trust yourselves. As so not to continue to build up the trauma in your life experience on people who, they're not even going where you going. They're intimidated by you, in fact. They're intimidated by you moving in your authenticity in whatever way that is, while they're still hiding behind their traumas. They're still hiding behind the work that they have not even done to be on a frequency the same as you. You can't fine-tune yourself to a frequency that you're not on. You can't, here we go. You can't fine tune your station to a frequency that doesn't exist in your your area. 105.9 Power 106 exists here in LA, but if I go to Arizona, there is no Power 106. So what I'm saying is, if your frequency is not Power 106 and you are way somewhere and you're 99.1 KGGI, you're on the 99.1 frequency. You cannot have access to 105.9 because you're not in that area. You're not in that parameter. You're not on that frequency energetically to receive and appreciate that frequency or that tone. I say it's a tone. Now, the Bible says my sheep know my voice. So again, I know I'm not talking to everybody, but I am talking to somebody. And I hope this message resonates with you and that you make the appropriate changes to switch things out that don't fit and make space for what does. Don't keep letting these people prove you wrong. Not when you already knew that they was going to do that. Y'all need to understand your worth and your value. Y'all need to understand how high frequency you are, how potent you are. You be thinking that you need the people that be coming into your world, little as it is, they need you. They really need you on some real shit. You be feeling like, oh no, I need them. And that's why I got to just tolerate this weird shit. Oh, I need them. That's why I just got to tolerate, the disrespect, the cheating, the lying, the snake shit. I got to tolerate it because I need... whole damn time it's you that they need, and it's them benefiting off the fact that they know they need you and you not knowing it. So they just gonna quickly pick up and vamp you spiritually, physically, socially, emotionally. Okay, vamp you in whichever ways they can. Notice how you feel when you come around and when you leave people. This is a major key. I always say this to people. How do you feel when you come around them? If you the only one bringing an uplifting vibe and talking about some high frequency shit and experiencing high frequencies of life, that's because you've done a certain amount of work that you're just deserving of. Everybody likes that. They like the sound of that. They like the look of it, but they haven't done the same equivalent amount of work, right? And this is where your discernment has to be tapped the fucking. You have to know your tribe. Some of you are so thirsty for tribe. You're so thirsty for community. You're so thirsty to have people in your frequency that love you, men, women, dogs, cats, whatever, that you're willing to sacrifice your own spiritual growth to be with people who are not spiritually going or growing where you're growing and going, right? You need to know that you need you. You need to know that you need you. And when I just had a conversation a bit ago with family about this. Like, I didn't have, y'all know I always get personal. I didn't have a bunch of people around me growing up. I didn't have a bunch of family that loved and supported me. I didn't have a bunch of friends that I hung out with all the time. And ooh, girl, we do it. Ooh, boy, we do it. I didn't have none of that. I became a teen mom at 16, and that's all I ever wanted to be. I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm not finna entertain the girlfriends, the travel, the high school boyfriends. I had a boyfriend that was in college, already working, got pregnant, moved on, began my life, because all I ever wanted to be at that point was a wife and a mother. And being around high school people, having these conversations, I'm beyond that. I always knew that I was beyond the time of my experience in my incarnation. I always knew that. I never doubted that. People had to try to understand it for themselves, right? But I knew I was different. I knew I had something going on that everybody doesn't have going on. And I knew that I had a certain life experience because of it. So again, I got real fucking comfortable with being by myself. I got real fucking comfortable with loving me, showing up for me, giving me love, not having nobody to call on, no matter how bad I wanted it, not having a man to snuggle up with, no matter how bad I wanted it, not having any girlfriends that I could go out and do things with. So I practiced going out with myself. I took myself to the places I wanted to go. Some of y'all ain't never even sat by yourself at a place that you want to be at. You don't even know what it's like to really fully enjoy your company because you're surrounded by noise. You're always surrounded by people. And again, there's two ends of the spectrum. You'll find people who are like, damn, I almost wish I had a group of travel girls to go out with. I remember feeling like that, like, oh, instead of having this beautiful divine peace and comfort in being with myself, I wish I had a group of girls that I traveled with, right? And then you'll hear them on the other side, I wish I knew how to spend time alone. Like really truly spend time alone, because you'll think you know yourself. And when you actually spend time with yourself, you'll find out that you're a total different person from who you thought you were. And I'm talking that shit from experience too. I thought I was this away. Whole time I'm way over on this end doing dips and trips, and I'm thinking we going this way. Wrong. Totally wrong. So if you get nothing else from me, get how important it is for you to really know who you are and really align with people and energetic frequencies that support you. Some people want to stay attached to their past because it's all they have to identify who they're going to be. You hear what I said? Some people desire to stay attached to their past, be it persons, be it items, be it ideals, be it conversations, be it frequencies, energetic frequencies, because it helps them understand where they are going. It helps them feel closer to the progression they wish to make by staying closely connected to their past. Now, in reverse, you'll hear me say a lot as well, and you'll hear a lot of the greats say, in order for you to know where you're going, you have to know where you come from. But that's not the level I'm talking about. I'm saying just too comfortable with the past, too comfortable with the old, too comfortable with the shit that don't serve you, that don't mean nothing, that really you just holding on. You just holding on to these energies, right? Trying to make it make sense. And to my higher frequency beings, y'all holding on to the lower frequency energies, and you're wondering why you're going through the things you're going through, picking up the habits you're picking up, experiencing the toxicity you're picking up. If you want to be positive, if you want to embrace people who practice your lifestyle, you need to be around those types of people. Stop playing captain to people who are clearly in distraught. You can look at them and tell. You don't even have to physically look at them. You can look at them spiritually and tell that they're distraught, that they're going through the things that they're going through, that they are too growing, and you stay attached to that. Don't attach yourself to those frequencies and wonder why things are happening in your world that shouldn't be happening. You can get certain positive shit out of that, but don't believe that you're just going to get the positive shit when you attach to lower frequencies. You getting everything that frequency comes with, from the habits to the conversations, to the traits, to the demeanor. If they're jealous, to the jealousy. Now you feeling jealous. If they're insecure, to the insecurity. Now you insecure. To the underdeveloped, I'm underwhelmed by that conversation, but to the underdeveloped being who doesn't desire to develop spiritually, only desires to develop in this world. How you going to do that and you desiring spiritual development? You can attach to someone who is concerned with only showing up physically and not spiritually. And I don't care how much I see you. I really, motherfuckers like to talk that, I see you. I see who you are at your potential. Let them see them. Let them see them, because then it makes much more sense for you to reveal to them what you see. When you see them and you appreciating them, they won't take for granted. When you see people that don't see themselves, they take you for granted. They don't appreciate you. They don't honor your vision. They don't honor your gift of sight. Let me give you an example. I hadn't gotten my locks. This was my second set of locks, and I'm free-forming these for a minute. I'm probably, while I attune my spirit and attune my body, I'm probably going to freeform these for a minute too. But here's the thing. When I had my first set of locks, I hadn't gotten my locks twisted for almost like maybe 2 years or some change. Maybe 2 years and some change. Hold on. I was in Lamert Park. I had my vending table set up and I was getting ready to work. or, to sell some of my products or reproductive products at the time, and my tarot readings. Waist beads, I think I had, and I had the yoni oil at that time, and some other things. I made like a love oil, I made a money oil, like I've made chakra balancing sprays, energy cleansing mist. I made a lot of different things over the years that my gifts developed, and some of y'all have experienced them, some of you haven't. A lot of things will be relaunched this year and the years coming forward. A lot of things will never come back. And if you got them, you got them. And God bless you, because I know they blessed me. And I know that they did what they were supposed to do for those who touched them, period. But I was in Leimert. I was working. This woman walked up to me with a masculine energy. And we talked. I asked her if she did locks. She said yes. She ended up doing my locks. I hadn't trusted nobody for over 2 years, maybe 2 years or 2 years and some change, one or the other. For at least 2 years, I had trusted nobody to put their hands in my head. On top of that, I was on a spiritual journey, and I know energy. I know how important it is for you to have good energy, especially going into the crown chakra. This is your mind. This is your antenna. This is how you connect to the divine. Everybody's hands can't be in there. Some people don't feel that way. They're just like, oh, this person just, okay, that's your business. Now, when you start experiencing, then you'll understand. Some people will never make that connection. I remember once upon a time when I never made that connection. So I have grace for someone who doesn't make that connection. But when you know better, you do better. Never trusted anybody up until this person. I was pregnant with my son. When I was pregnant with my son, let me put another story out there. I had a vision of me delivering my son in a room full of women. I didn't see me delivering my son with his father. I seen me and a woman, and another woman. Now, fast forward, when I delivered my son, I had 3 doulas. I had my main doula was out of town, so she petitioned somebody else. And then my very first doula, who I'm talking about now, who did my locks, my first doula was there. So I had 3 women, 1 on the phone, 2 physically present. So one that wasn't there was like my spirit doula, and the other 2 were there as my physical doula. Amen. She did my hair, and I started crying. I started crying instantly. And I just, in talking to her, I was like, bro, you're a doula. I don't know what you doing for a living. I don't know why you doing it. I don't know what you got going on. I don't know how you, whatever, but you are a doula. You are very much so giving doula. And she said, that's so crazy you say that, because I've been thinking about taking this this doula class to become a doula. And every time I do somebody's locks, I'm putting the money away towards taking the class. The shit had me bawling, because right then in that moment, I knew that God sent me my doula. I was already like 7 months pregnant, y'all. I was already on the end of my pregnancy. And up until that point, I hadn't met a doula. I hadn't trusted nobody for my hair. I didn't know who was going to help me deliver my baby, because I was already going at it with his father, and we had split up for the gazillionth time. So I knew that this was a moment that, was I going to have any support? So hear me when I say I know what it feels like to be somebody who feels like, damn, I just want to be held tonight. Damn, I just need to have my girls around me, and I ain't got not nobody. I ain't got not no man. I ain't got not no girls. I know that feeling. I felt that, especially when I was pregnant at that time, like increments that it came in throughout my life. But I remember most recently, feeling that with my son, pregnancy. I broke down because I felt like God sent me my doula. God sent me the person who's going to deliver my baby. And to this day, y'all, she will tell you, you have a knack for seeing past people's shell into who their higher self is and what I'm going to post the review. I'm going to post her actual words to my page, post this video. And that is my girl to this day. Every baby, although I am a birth worker, to this day, every baby I deliver, she's going to be my birth worker. I wouldn't think twice about it. She literally affirmed what I knew, that I have a gift of seeing past people's shell and telling you what you are supposed to be doing for your highest version. Not only because that's my gift, not only because God tells me, and not only because I'm living in my purpose and doing what I'm called to do, can I identify somebody else living in their purpose, but because God puts people in my path who need that affirmation, who need that confirmation, right? And I don't attach to that experience. I serve in that experience, and I continue to serve as I journey forward, right? But had I stopped and got hung up on the fact that, you know, I really need to make sure that this person becomes a doula, right? Maybe she wouldn't have. She would have gotten comfortable. Like, oh, you're already going to give me an opportunity to help birth your baby. I don't need to go to school. It's all internal. And that's what I told her too, y'all. You should have heard me. I'm just giving like an example, and that one probably sounds crazy because it really doesn't make any sense. But like I told her from the beginning, like you're good with hair, whatever it is that you do, and that's amazing. But I'm here to tell you, like, for real, you're a doula. Like, you should be delivering babies. Like, and can no certification outside of you give that to you. It's internal. It's intrinsic. It's something you feel. If you feel called to the womb, and you feel called to babies, and you feel called to birthing, baby, who gonna tell you that that's what you're here to do? There's some people who don't even think about that. Some people just want to work, be lawyers. Some people just want to do hair. Some people just want to fashion model. Some people just want to help birthing, and there's a reason for that. It's because it's in your spirit, and that's what you're supposed to do. So yeah, all that to say, and I know I'm not the only one, some of you are able to gift people that affirmation on their path, but don't attach to their path. It's not your job. Your job is to give them the affirmation of what they should be doing, how they should do it, potentially, if God gives you that, you know, how you should do it, some steps you can take, and then continue to be an example of what walking in your path and purpose looks like. And that's where I'm going to end it at. Continue to be an example of what walking in your path and your purpose looks like without attaching to another's path, another's journey. Then you start absorbing where they're at, and now you're going a whole different direction. Okay? So I love you guys. 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 We're moving into some of the most potent times. We're moving into extremely potent times where I don't want anybody to be taken advantage of. I want you to know your gifts. I want you to know your power. I want you to know your magic. Step into your magic. If you are a divine feminine, come step into your magic with me. 15 goddesses have already said yes. I've got the most amazing presenters that are going to share space with us, from everything to plant medicine, yoga, and sacred sensuality. I have a beautiful author coming into the building sharing about one of her beautiful, beautiful additions to the collective expansion via written word. I have so much angelic beauty put into this container for you guys. And I only have 5 tickets left. 5. I'm not selling any more than 20 because I want to keep it intimate. I want to keep it cool. I want to make sure that everybody gets the nourishment that they need. I'm very intentional about these containers. Very intentional. I will be announcing details about the container here soon. But I'm also going to be going live on the 4th. So we'll tap into that energy as well. Okay.